What's up, everybody? Welcome to the experience. I am Mojo Italiano, and it is another day. And you know what? It is a special day because think about it. That's 2 days in a row with a video. Yeah, it's getting a little more consistent, except that there probably won't be one for a little bit. This whole vacation thing got coming up. Got to take care of that. But a few things that I saw in the news and just around today that I was like, I got to talk about this stuff. And the first thing that I saw was that, I would assume that most of you listening or watching right now can read. I would assume that. But perhaps some of you enjoy books on the New York Times bestseller list, so you like super readers. You like the good stuff. However, the number one bestseller on the list currently doesn't actually require you to be able to read. As odd as that is, it's a book. It's not like a flip-up book, a pop-up book, coloring book, anything like that, though they are amazing. No, actually, Michael J. Knowles' new book, Reasons to Vote for a Democrat, sounds like a liberal's dream. It really does. But Knowles is actually a conservative author, and the book hilariously has only blank pages. That's right. The book is completely empty. All it has is white pages. It's an empty book. Incredible. And it's a bestseller. I can't even imagine it. That's the number one bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. You got to look it up and check out the comments on it. Certainly a conservative commentary into the state of politics in our country right now is just insane, where people are making statements on both sides, and that's your number one bestseller on the New York Times is the greatness of this book, Reasons to Vote for a Democrat, and it's all blank pages. I take it that they probably don't think that there are reasons to vote for a Democrat, but I'm just tossing that out there for you. The second one, we're going to change gears, and it's a story about that super tolerant area called the Middle East. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's been in the news a little bit. How about this couple, and it's actually not even funny, it's like, how about this couple that visited Abu Dhabi, that's in the United Arab Emirates. Yes, that's an actual place, I promise you it exists, look it up. They recently, they are facing jail time for, get this, having sex before marriage. Yeah, so if that was an actual crime, I would have been locked up a long time ago, just saying. But how this was discovered and how this came to be is that they were visiting a doctor. They were there on vacation, so they are not actual citizens of Abu Dhabi or the United Arab Emirates. They were there visiting, and the girl went to the doctor. So they went to the doctor, and the doctor there discovered that she was pregnant and that they weren't married. So he went, while she was still on the table in the doctor's office, told the police. The police came and arrested them. What a fuckhead that doctor is. I mean, fuck that guy. Seriously, that is one of the worst things I've ever heard. Go and narc out a pregnant woman who was visiting your country because it's whatever reasoning that they have for not for that being against the laws of the land over there. A little bit backwards, but super tolerant people. That I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but I mean, it's just. That is absolutely insane. This doctor goes and sells out this couple. Now they could face jail time in the Middle East, which seems like the worst nightmare ever, just because they are a normal couple and she happened to get pregnant. Just absolutely crazy. So basically, if you're single and you enjoy going to Pound Town, avoid Abu Dhabi or pretty much anywhere in the Middle East right now, because apparently they don't like you to enjoy life, period. Probably why they're so angry all the time. I would think so. The next one, hilarious. And some of you may already seen this, because how could you not? It's incredible. So this guy, if you're a fan of Tinder, if you've been on Tinder, I did it when I was single. A lot of you are out there doing it. You probably don't admit it to your friends, but you do. So just go ahead and just deal with it. This guy came up with one of the greatest things ever. He is posing as Jesus, like the actual deity Jesus, Jesus, on Tinder, and has come up with an amazing thing to hit on women. It's an incredible way that this guy has thought up to talk to women. I absolutely love it. I could not imagine a better idea, because I'm like, I just think back to my single days. I'm like, how did I think of something this creative that would be a great conversation starter with women? It's like, what woman, like, with a great personality is probably not gonna want to hang out with this guy? It's awesome. So if you look at some of the pictures that he has and some of his lines, yeah, he kind of recycles some of the lines, but it's pure genius. And the picture of the turning the water into wine is incredible. So if you have Tinder right now, especially if you're a female or a male that enjoys other males, try to check out this guy's Tinder profile. It's just fantastic. If you can find him, I don't know what city the guy's in, but it's amazing. Of course, I think in one of his pickup lines, he says that he is in Nazareth, which would make sense. Then again, he would be in the Middle East, so you might want to stay away from there if you're on Tinder. Going back to our last story. And finally, and in remembrance today, 20 years ago to the day, back in 1997, we lost a legend in the world, Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, it's been 20 years. How old does that make some of you feel? And then if you're also watching and you don't know who Notorious B.I.G. is, and go back and listen to some classic hip-hop. But one of the greats of all time, he was killed in L.A. 20 years ago today. Now imagine what amazing music we missed because motherfuckers got greedy, or their feelings hurt, or whatever other stupid reason that there was that people kill each other, especially in the rap world, just jealousy, that kind of stuff. But with Suge Knight, we all do. He's killed like half the country, like half the murders are Suge Knight murders. That's the way it goes. But still rest in peace, Biggie. You are missed. That'll do it for the experience today. I will hopefully get to see you guys not next week, but the week after next, because I'm going to take a little brief hiatus and go and recharge the old batteries. But until next time, peace, bitches.